Hello everybody, it's about that time. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, got a great big bottle that I've been cellaring for a long time, guys. Probably longer than I probably should have. This is not a big beer. This is Sam Adams Chocolate Bock. I've had this beer for a long time, guys. Probably 10 years. And it's only a 5.5%er, so I wanted to see how well it's cellared. This one was done with a big anniversary or pewter label on the front of it with the tag hanging around, which means it was an expensive or not cheap bottle to buy. I think they're doing these in the variety pack now for their winter seasonal things, and they come in 12-ounce bottles now. But this is the great big bottle that I've had for a long time. Hopefully it is cellared well for not being a big ABV beer. So if it's a drain pour, it's what it's going to be. And it's on me because I've cellared it longer than I probably should have for that low of an ABV beer. So we're going to find out. This is a 5.5%er, and I think the new ones are like 5.8%ers. That's what I'm getting on both Beer Advocate and Untappd. They say it's 11 IBUs for a 5.8%. This is a 5.5 and it doesn't say that. But even back then, they're telling me that it has a dating on it, and they want you to have it before a certain time. So, and I have not. So that would be on me, guys. So this dark beer is a big malty character with added sweetness of chocolate. Chocolate Bock is slowly aged on a bed of rare dark cocoa nibs. The primary ingredient is chocolate. Known for their quality, these cocoa nibs harvested in Ecuador impart complex aromas and flavors from chocolatey to fruity, nutty, earthy, and citrusy. So let's see what we have got here and whether I have cellared this thing too long. It has the wine cap type cover on it, and I don't see any way of getting it off, so I'm going to see if I can get the cap off of it without trying to remove it. This way it should come off, guys. You shouldn't have to dig and bite and cut yourself trying to get wax off of it. Beer is up to here, so it's a nice full bottle. I really like this label they put on it. But I think they only did that one time. So maybe this was the inaugural, I'm not sure. We're going to go down the center here unless it starts producing a monster head. Not too bad. But like I said, this is a 10-year-old beer, guys, and it's only 5.5%. Probably should have reviewed it before now, but it's been stuck in the back of the fridge or the cellaring fridge downstairs, and it just sat there. Not a lot of people can save a beer for 10 years, but I don't seem to have that problem. About a finger of head. Pretty dark beer in the big bold part of the glass. I can see light through, red mahogany light through there. It's fairly clear on the thin part, but not so much on the big bold part here. To the nose we go. Roasted malt. Not a lot of chocolate on the nose at this stage, so maybe I probably have cellared this beer too long, guys. Especially for a 5.5%er. Yeah, if it was 8.5 or bigger, probably would have been fine, but being a 5.5%er, we probably lost some of the goodies, or the goodness of this beer probably would have had in 2009 or 2010. Well, it is what it is. Let's dive in. So I wanted to get it out of the fridge and see what it was all about. So let's find out. Cheers. Very thin, very watery, not a lot of chocolate, very slight hints of chocolate, roasted malt, but it is very thin and watery. Yeah, we've cellared this a little bit too long, guys. Should have done this a long time ago, and I apologize for that. Because when I first had these beers out of the variety pack, they were big chocolatey notes, and the chocolate has faded big time at this stage and this old of a bottle. Very, very slight hint of some chocolatey notes on this beer at this stage. Not a lot of people cellar beers of this low ABV, and I usually don't. But this thing, like I said, was put in the fridge and pushed back to the back of the fridge, and until recently, where I started clearing out the closet and the cellaring fridge, I said, oh yeah, man. Then I looked at the ABV, I'm going, probably should have done this by now. That's why I got it out, and that's why we're doing it now. You don't want to keep a beer this low ABV that long. So, part of that's my fault. But on top of that, I don't think it's an outstanding beer to begin with, even if you have it fresh. It's a decent beer. It's a nice chocolatey Bock beer, if you will. But the chocolate notes have faded quite a bit at this stage of the game. So we're going to let it warm up to room temperature, and we'll see what we end up with. Like I said, I don't think it's an A beer right now, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. It's about an hour now. You need to drink this beer fresh if you want those big chocolate notes in it. This one was cellared a little bit too long, in my humble, honest opinion. The chocolate notes have faded big time over this. Slight, very, very slight hint of some chocolate notes there. Roasted malt and not much else. Good transitional stout. If you've never had a stout before, this may be something, if you're a chocolate fan, to pick up. And I think this is only done in their winter variety pack. This one was not, being in this great big bottle, but not impressive, guys. To me, like I said, it may be partially my fault since I was selling this beer too long for that low of an ABV beer. I'm just not getting the chocolate notes now that you probably would have had fresher. So, but not impressive. I probably won't buy this beer again. Even though it's in their variety pack, and I don't buy variety packs anymore from Sam Adams or most other people unless it's got some big ABV beers in it, which most of them do not. They do those variety packs for the transitional beer people. So I don't buy Sam Adams variety packs, or not a whole lot of variety packs from anybody else anymore. So, but that being said, not impressive to me. For what this beer probably costs, I don't remember now. I've had it so long. Probably should have done it a lot fresher. I don't joke. Very unimpressive now at this stage of the game, guys. It's a B beer. 80, just barely into the B category as far as I'm concerned. Now, do not cellar this beer if you want those chocolate notes. This one does not have hardly any at all now. Unimpressive to me at all. It's lucky it's not even into the C category at this stage of the game, but you probably shouldn't cellar a 5.5% beer this long. So partially my fault. That's why I'm going ahead and give it the B minus rating instead of the C, because it probably would have been a little tastier then. And if you're just new into the craft beer scene, this will probably be a good one to pick up in the variety pack to get a darker beer and something with a little more chocolate notes, which I am not getting on this one now at this stage of the game. So 80 for me, guys. Over to beer, I'm going to say 83. Pretty close on that. And over to Untapped, they have it at 3.57 into their solid B range. Don't think it's quite there now because of the age of the beer. And if you say, oh my God, that's the best thing I ever tasted, I'm not going to argue with that, but I've had a ton of better beers, chocolate beers than this. So the biggest thing I can say, don't sell a 5.5% beer very long. This one did not sell it well, in my humble, honest opinion. Back when I first started doing craft beers, I found the chocolate Bock from these guys, Samuel Adams, pretty tasty, but a ton of beers under the bridge since then, and this one doesn't hold a candle to what's available out there now, especially for what this big bottle probably cost me then. So, with that being said, and I don't think they do these big bottles anymore of this style of beer. They're in their variety pack in little 12-ounce bottles. So, with that being said, it is what it is, but we got it out of the fridge and it's done. Don't have to worry about it anymore. We've got the grade from Beer Advocate, and we got the grade from Untapped. We got my grade, guys. If you've had this particular one, this bright silver pewter looking label on the front of it in a big 22 ounce or 750 milliliter, it looks like a 750 to me, beer. It was probably one and done for this packaging before they started putting in the variety packs. So not impressed right now. Definitely not impressed, guys. Like I said, I'm taking partial blame for that. If it was a fresh beer and it tasted like this, it would be in the C category. But since I cellared it too long, in my humble, honest opinion, partially my fault. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and give them the B- grade at 80. So if you've had this one with this bottle and this label recently, let me know what you think. Until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge, guys.